Hey, everybody. Good morning and welcome in. It is Longshore and McKnight, presented by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy in association with our good friends at Yellowhammer News and yellowhammernews.com. Yet we are together today at Stivers Ford in Montgomery.
Yes, where it is the 1st of August. It is the month when, by gosh, college football will be played this month. There are a few people out there who will be heading to college as students in the next week or two. Classes begin. So it's the last time for a lot of you to get a vacation in, to get to get the family together before, you break up for the school year.
That's right.
That means if you've been putting off, you need to make that trip over here to Stivers Ford Lincoln and make that deal. Send your child off to college in a beautiful vehicle. Send your family off on a nice end of summer vacation in a nice new vehicle, and take advantage of what are still some incredible prices in financing.
Well, Barry, you're right about that. It is the 1st of August, new month. It is the month that we're kicking off college football, and Stivers is kicking off the incredible deals that you expect from this fine dealership here in Montgomery and in Prattville at Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Listen to this, Barry. The 2024 model liquidation sale is going on right now. When I hear the word liquidation, I know it's a big word. It's one of those $5 words, as Brian Jones would say.
Yeah, I think Greg Sankey once talked about liquidation. I think he was talking about the group of five.
I think he was. You're exactly right.
It's a $5 word.
It's a $5 word. But I'm telling you, that means you're getting incredible deals on the remaining 2024 models still on the lot. The 2024 liquidation sale going on now. I think you understand what I'm saying. I mean, they're ready to move these vehicles. Incredible deals here at Stivers on those vehicles. What about this though, Barry?
Okay.
This is a bold statement.
From you? I have a hard time believing that. Okay.
This is a statement from Stivers. I've got to credit Stivers Ford with this statement.
Yeah.
Best deal of the year.
That is quite a statement.
Best deal of the year.
Oh my gosh.
On a new 2025 Ford F-150 truck.
Loads of them. There's one right there. I mean, loads of them everywhere.
That's right.
All right.
The STX model, 4x4, 2.7 liter, sign and drive lease for just $499 per month. Best deal of the year. But there's more.
All right. Let me cogitate on that one.
All right.
Holy smokes, that's a great deal.
It's an unbelievable deal. America's best-selling truck for 50 years in a row, the F-150.
Oh, my gosh.
Plus, there's more. 42-month, 42,000-mile premium maintenance included with it. Only at Stivers here in Montgomery, you're going to get deals like that. 2024 model liquidation sale going along with it. Don't forget about the mobile service. Get your vehicle serviced at home or at work, anywhere near Montgomery. A lot of people take advantage of that. Need some service there at work. The mobile service comes to their work. Take care of it there. You don't have to come to the dealership. It's beautiful.
Well, I took your advance notice to heart this morning driving up from Troy.
Yeah.
I remembered you saying, Barry, when you pull in to the lot, look over there to the side. You'll notice that there's some buildings that have been knocked down to make more room for more vehicles. And I mean, here we are, conveniently located in Montgomery, but it is a vast, it's an acreage of vehicles
amazing.
all over the place. That deal he's talking about, the deal of the year on the F-150.
Best deal of the year.
It's not one or two. They got them all over the place. Acres and acres of them here at Stivers. Make sure you take advantage.
Well, Barry, those buildings that you were mentioning there that got torn down, they are making room for more.
It's unbelievable.
They need more room here at Stivers, not only for vehicles, but some buildings are going to be going up as well. I don't know if I can let that cat out of the bag, what buildings are being built, but just keep an eye out for that. But they need some more room because, Barry, you're right. You just go by the front of the dealership, the sides, and the rear of the dealership, vehicles all over the place. So they've got what you want right now today. I'm very confident in saying that. None of this, well, we can get it to you by Tuesday.
No.
I told you the story about my son getting the vehicle found a pre-owned vehicle that he wanted, but it was at the Stivers location in Birmingham. I'm thinking, well, son, it's going to be about a week before you get it. It was here the next day.
That's right.
Next day. How about that? That's service, folks.
Yeah. It is the 1st of August. It is another time when opportunity is knocking here at Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway, Montgomery, Alabama. John and I are in the showroom right now. Loads of beautiful vehicles out here as well. August also means it's college football month. Last night, NFL Hall of Fame action. Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth, the whole schmear, in Canton, Ohio, for Chargers and the
Detroit Lions.
Chargers and the Lions. Chargers win it 34-7.
More on that later.
It was by gosh football. I mean, they were playing football. Former Troy Trojan Kimani Vidal scores a touchdown. It was glorious.
It was awesome.
It was glorious. Hallelujah. I know you didn't recognize. Heck, DJ Uiagalelei got in the game late for the Chargers. So that kind of shows you the talent level that's up there right now. But I don't care. I don't care. It
was great. It was a good crowd.
They were popping pads. Excited.
Is there a college team that plays in that stadium? I'm thinking is where I'm watching. My wife goes, Canton, Ohio. He goes, this place, she says, this looks like a high school stadium.
It is.
I said, honey, it's the Hall of Fame. It's in Canton, Ohio.
Well,
but I thought, who else plays there?
Well, Canton McKinley plays there. Canton is big-time superhuman high school football.
Oh, okay.
It's a high school stadium.
Oh, wow.
I don't think a college does as well. It is a high. Well, it was originally. I think it's Tom.
It looks
Benson
good.
Stadium. It is good, and it's because of the NFL and because of the Hall of Fame. Couple of things about that game. I mentioned Kimani Vidal, one of my favorite people who's ever come through Troy, had a touchdown. They were saying complimentary things about him. It was great. They had the, I don't even know what you call it, the infrared super duper eye in the sky computerized deal to mark first downs.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get down to the millimeter, 4th and 2 centimeters, and it worked okay. All
right.
I mean, it's the same technology that they use. If you've ever watched Wimbledon,
yes.
Whenever they, when all of a sudden one of the players challenges a call and the crowd starts duh, and then it shows and it says it's out, it's out by that much. And that's the same thing.
Yep.
It's been going on in Wimbledon for about 12 years. I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you get paid for being a chain link guy. My buddy Neil Armstrong's a chain link gang guy. My buddy Jim English,
high school games? A lot of pressure there, Barry.
Yep.
Woo!
So, I mean, I get that. And you're probably still going to have it. When you go out and you watch MA versus Trinity or you watch JD versus Selma or something like that, you're still going to have chain link gang guy. Why haven't we done this?
Barry, I think
college and the NFL 11 or 12 years ago.
Yeah, I think Straw Boy has been known to work the chains at high school football games. Yeah. He's a big chain guy.
Yeah, Straw Boy, one hand on the chain, the other hand on his phone. When it gets to 5, No, a game's going on right now. I'm watching it. Yeah. When it gets to 5, go ahead and get me down for it. Okay. All right.
It's a lot of pressure on that chain gang, Bear. It's kind of like being the line judge in a girls' volleyball game.
Which you've told stories about.
A lot of pressure there. So you gotta be on your toes, no doubt. I will say this. I'm not a numbers on the helmet guy, Barry. San Diego.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, the Chargers got to lose the numbers on the helmet.
Yeah,
I just like the lightning bolt.
Here's what I don't like. I mean, the powder blue's great.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the powder blue. But I used to like the Chargers, Dan Fouts and Wes Chandler and Kellen Winslow and LaDainian, those uniforms. Mm-hmm. The white helmet, not a huge fan of it. I like the other ones better. But if you got the white helmet, just put the lightning bolt on it.
I'm with you. Yeah.
If you want to put the numbers on it, do like the Cowboys do and put it on the nape of your neck.
I've always wondered
a little
how can San Diego not support a football team? I mean, it's a great city. We've talked about it before. And it's kind of neat because you don't really hear a lot about San Diego. It's about 130, 40 miles south of LA.
Here's what you hear
about. And they probably like that people don't talk about them.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, nothing wrong with San Diego, except they wouldn't build them a new stadium.
Yeah.
Jack Murphy Stadium was falling
apart.
Nobody did anything about it. And Los Angeles is about an hour north.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot more in Los Angeles and all that. But what is San Diego known for? Really? Ron Burgundy? Anchorman was set there.
Yeah.
Geez, what else about San? I've been there. I've broadcast
It's a beautiful
games there.
town. It is a beautiful city.
But it is amazing. It is super.
What is San Diego known for? There again, Barry, back in the day, there was some great Air Coryell back when he was the coach. Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow, Lionel Little Train James played for San Diego.
That's a get right there. That's a big time get from John. So all I'm saying is it was great to have it, great to watch it, great to see a Troy Trojan do well. Crowd's good. They didn't spend a whole lot of time broadcasting the game, which was fine because they had interviews with Jared Allen and all of the other Hall of Famers.
Brent
and stuff
Musburger
like
was in the booth last night.
He was.
Talking about the old NFL Today when Jimmy the Greek was on there. And Pete Rozelle says, don't talk about gambling.
Phyllis George and all. Oh, it was great. But it's just football.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just football. That's
with the start of that,
after.
Barry.
Yeah.
Later today, we kind of hinted at it earlier in the week, the top 10. I'm going to give you my top 10 NFL teams leading into the season. I know what you're saying. Wait a minute. You've only seen one game. How are you making a top 10 list? Hey, that's what I'm supposed to do here.
That's right.
I got a top 10 list and the top 10 quarterbacks leading into the 2025 season. We'll break that down a little bit later into the program. Now, Barry, as I'm watching the Charger-Lion game last night, yes, it was a preseason. Some people call it exhibition, souped-up practice.
Right.
Yes, I was watching it. On the other channel, there was a real-life, meaningful, if you win, you move up. If you lose, you move down baseball game last night. One of three. Was I watching that? No. But somebody on the VIP chat line dinged me and said, did you just see this? The Braves scored 8 at the bottom of the 8th and then gave up 8 right after the inning was over.
Here's the deal. And all of my buddies who are big Braves fans, and literally all of my friends are Braves fans. John's got a couple of them who root against the Braves, but I'm talking about Jerry and Bobby T and Rick and Matt and those and Brad and those guys.
Did they ever say, like, look at the show, Barry, go, Longshore, will you shut up about the Braves? Did they talk to the TV screen and tell me to be quiet?
That would limit the audience. It ain't just them. But they were saying, are you guys watching the Braves game? And full disclosure, I was not. I was watching the NFL game. But all the other guys on the chat line were saying, yeah, I just checked the box score. I think I'm going to be sick. Braves score, Braves were, 3-3 heading into the 8th. Braves score 8 in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, my gosh. This is great. 8-run inning for the Braves, who have been a little bit offensively challenged. It's 11-3. This is awesome. Bottom of the 8th. Braves give up 8.
Oh, how do you do that?
And it's 11-11. And you're thinking, I'm done. I'm physically nauseous. They go to extra innings, and the Braves scratch a run at the top of the 10th inning. Braves win. Had it all the time. What are you worried about?
Barry, I got to give the Braves a little credit. You choke away 8 runs that you had just scored. You got to think the vibe in the dugout was probably players not looking at each other. Nobody's talking. Manager's disgusted. He's, doesn't know what to say. Yeah. But they rally. I got to give it to the Braves for holding on and winning last night.
Well, Dylan Lee for the Braves.
Yep.
He was the one that gave up the vast majority of those 8.
I can't say I've heard of that guy.
Had 8, may not hear from him after the weekend, but 8-run lead.
Yeah.
He comes out there, and he is throwing he's throwing beach balls. He's throwing meatballs out there. They're feasting on him. Finally, they have to go get him. Gave up all of those 8 runs. It's in the 8th inning. There was 8 runs with nobody out, by the way, for the Reds. They scored 8 runs before they even got it. Somehow they got out of it, only giving up 8. They go to the 11th and the 10th, and the Braves win at 12-11. What's it got to feel like for Dylan Lee when he comes off of the mound in the middle of the inning? He's given up 8, and he goes back to the dugout, and everybody's, giving him the side eye and, going smoke porterhouse on him. And he's sitting over there in the dugout, and they're going, oh.
Barry, what do you think?
My arm wasn't right. Shut up about your arm not right. Man,
what do you think the manager said to him when he approached the mound? I mean, the kid's, here he comes. He's thinking, what's he going to say?
No,
what do you think the managers just said? Tough night, kid.
No. Here's what the manager does. Brian Snitker, here's what he does. Gets out to the mound. The kid himself, Dylan Lee's probably thinking, geez, what took you so long? Here's all Snitker does, right? John plays Dylan Lee. I'm Brian Snitker. I'm doing this. I'm going.
Yeah. Not even
it's like
saying
Andy Griffith in the Andy Griffith show when Barney accidentally fires his pistol into the ground. He only gets one bullet anyway. Andy just reaches over, just looks at him, and Andy goes, yeah. Barney hands him his pistol. That's exactly what it was like. Just, what do you expect me to tell you? You stunk out loud. I don't even know how in the world you're drawing a paycheck. They put you on the team. Wasn't my idea. Give me the ball.
I can buy that. I can buy that. It's a long season, 162 games. Yeah. Things like that are going to happen. But you got to give it up for the Braves as they gave up all those runs, but they did not fold, and they ended up winning the game. So how far back does that put them out of first place?
Still about 16. I haven't looked it up, but
16.
Yeah. Well, they're 16 games under. I do know that. So they are right now in the fabled National League East, 15 and a half games.
Oh, okay. That was a big win for them.
Yeah.
So, John.
It would have been a terrible one to lose, but it's like, let's just forget that one and move on.
So, John from Wetumpka, we have not gotten the overnight ratings yet on the Charger Line preseason game versus 3 Major League real games.
Put together, which John said it'll still be outdrawn by the NFL.
Yeah. John said something about attendance or ticket price. A lot of people at that game last night in Canton, Ohio. I don't know how big of a city Canton, Ohio is, but there's a pretty good crowd for that game.
It's not a big stadium, but yeah, it was a spectacle. There's no question about it.
Well, it's a spectacle here, Barry, at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where we got a lot going on. The 2024 model liquidation sale is going on right now. All the remaining 2024s at the absolute lowest prices. You got to come check them out for yourself. And how about this? The best deal of the year. Best deal of the year.
Isn't it worth you coming out and kicking a couple of tires and talking to the wonderful sales staff here? Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway. He's John Longshore. I'm Barry McKnight. We are underway. We have taken flight on our Friday show of Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Located just 8 miles north of Alabama's state capital, Capitol Hill features 3 18-hole championship courses. With more than 1,500 acres of golf and nature, the pure magnitude of this facility is amazing and allows each course to be drastically different from the others. Capitol Hill also features an innovative 360-degree driving range, 400 yards in diameter. Capitol Hill offers a fully stocked pro shop with the latest equipment and apparel. Great food and beverages in the clubhouse can be enjoyed both before and after your round. Get your group together and hit the trail. Go to rtjgolf.com/Capitol Hill for tee times and more information.
On the basketball court, the soccer pitch, or even the golf course, your crew brings their best not just for the win, but for that post-game celebration. When victory tastes like Michelob Ultra, it's worth every drop of sweat. And if you don't win, you'll still get the beer. It's just on you. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Don't miss your chance to win big at Victoryland Casino. Play the latest, hottest, most exciting games around with fun bonuses and big jackpots. Don't miss out on your free play. Stop by Player Rewards today and check out this month's exciting free play promotions. Come see why our players keep coming back. You'll have more fun at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22, Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
Okay, we are back at it here, and a Michelob Ultra looks good about right now, even though it is pretty early in the morning. Longshore and McKnight, about 20 minutes past the hour. Barry, today is August the 1st.
It is.
We heard a month ago, 6 months ago, that August 1st, big day. John Cohen, athletic director at Auburn, Hugh Freeze, head football coach, says August 1st, big day. How many 5-stars are going to flip to Auburn today? I'm waiting with anticipation.
Oh, this is when you can extend offers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can start really getting after it, which is good.
I've checked Philip this morning, Barry. I've not seen anything on that, with it being August 1st, flip day, we call it. So I'm waiting. I wonder, flip day.
Is that like heyday?
Like heyday.
You know, Auburn has a big heyday.
Heyday. Well, wow, that kind of fits.
Well,
Philip's column today, Barry, did do it for me. I got to tell you.
Well, like I told you beforehand, the musings and links and stuff, it gives you links to other things, which, I mean, you can find links to it on the actual website itself. And he began, Philip Marshall, auburnundercover.com, senior college football columnist. He began one of his Friday musings by saying, there used to be a time where, and I'm thinking,
oh, here we go. Coach Dye and I would sit around and talk about football.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how August 1st plays out today with college football recruiting and flips and NIL deals. There again, I just remember August 1st was a big day. John Cohen and Hugh Freeze talked about it at Media Days over in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago. We will see. Barry, this is hard to believe, and I want to make sure this isn't an imposter. Robbie says, Braves.
I forgot about the Braves last night?
Yeah, come on.
First of all, he says, Braves management has done a terrible job of putting together the bullpen and building roster depth. Hitting coach or Snitker needs to be fired into the season. Front office needs a reset, spend more money.
Wait a minute.
Then he says, I forgot about the Braves last night.
That blew me away.
No kidding.
I'm not sure this is really
Was
Robbie.
Greenville playing? No, Greenville wasn't
I don't think so. Robbie also says he makes 2 NFL picks before the season starts. I'm waiting, Robbie. I want to know what those picks are. Wow. I got to think Robbie knew that the Braves were playing last night, but he was zeroed in on Chargers lines last night. Look, you can't throw good money after bad. You know, at a former job, I said, can y'all just spend some money? And they never would. So spending money is just not something a lot of companies, some do, but some don't. It looks like the Braves aren't in the business of spending money right now.
Well, they've spent it in some of the wrong places, I think.
Well, please elaborate.
Well, gosh, I'm thinking Jurickson Profar, who's probably okay, except he 60-game suspension for PEDs. Raul Iglesias, no relation to Julio, although Julio probably is a better pitcher.
Yeah, might be.
Got to get rid of him. The bullpen has not been great.
Tough year.
Yeah, it's just been.
Is it time for me to give up on him? I mean, I've been holding on. I don't know, Barry. A game like last night could really catapult the Braves on an incredible run. I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I don't know, wild card maybe. No.
You're hurting people. You're hurting people with that, because I mean you're pretty. You can convince people. You have the ability to talk people into stuff. All of your buddies, you're watching, you're nodding your head saying, yeah, I can't believe he talked me into that one way back in the day. John's persuasive. I don't want you
to start
baby, just
go out with me one time.
That's all it takes, you know. I don't want you Braves fans who have written off the season to say, you know, maybe John's right.
Yeah.
Maybe they do have a big run in them, and maybe they can make the wild card. Don't do it.
Don't do
and
it.
I'm a Braves fan. I'm a baseball guy. I've told you before, John keeps holding the line against this. The Braves got no chance.
I don't know.
Normally, I mean, I am do or die till the bitter end. But you got to give up on the Braves. Give up on the Braves. Braves fans, it ain't this year. Do like Robbie. Forget about him. Okay? And John's sitting there saying, you know, maybe they got one. No. Don't even listen. Don't even listen to him, because all he's going to do is hurt you. At the end of the year, you're thinking, that daggum Longshore. I knew I should have given up on him back in July when Barry started telling me to. But John, here he is, Mr. Sunshine Pumper, saying, the Braves can still do it.
I don't believe it.
They can't. They can't.
I do not believe it. So you're telling me John from Wetumpka's thrown in the towel? Robbie from Greenville, he's done with them?
Robbie's forgotten about it.
Your friends in Troy are pretty much saying, you know, let's move on. I'm a little disappointed, because Braves fans, I've learned, are very vocal, and I thought loyal. Woo, man. Talking about jumping ship.
Well,
can I start using that for the Braves? I've actually used jumping ship about another.
In terms of rats.
Another athletic program, jumping ship. I've even got a rat and a ship emoji. I don't even have to type it out anymore.
It's just right there. Yeah. Now, I know a lot of, there's no question. Robbie forgot about the Braves because there was football on last night. And I get it. There's no problem with that. That is not a big deal. The next games.
Yeah. When are the next games?
In the preseason, there's still some. Again, the Chargers win yesterday. You can look.
You know, Barry, the Phantom's Daily Dog might need some more of these 5 stars. I mean, these NFL games.
Coming up a week from yesterday. Okay. There's no games this weekend.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
I think that's right.
Too bad.
You got next Thursday, you got 3. Colts at the Ravens, Bengals at the Eagles, Raiders at the Seahawks. There's also 3 games next Friday. Not this, but next.
Okay.
So that'll help. But football, I mean, you got a taste of it. You got a little bit of it. I think it's smart for the NFL to throw a Thursday game in there.
Sure.
And then wait a little while, and everybody's like, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
All right, so how about this,
right
Barry?
now, everybody around the southeastern United States is trying to keep from getting real giddy, because the players in college right now, shorts, pads, shoulder pads.
That's right.
Helmets. And they're wearing the goofy-looking helmets that I actually like to make look like the Great Gazoo from the Flintstones, big old poofy things. And they're hitting, but they're not hitting to the ground. They're not putting people on the ground. They're blocking like, well, I got to be honest with you. The first couple of days of preseason camp at Auburn with the offensive linemen out there, and they're just doing that and, all that. I got to admit, that's what they did most of the season last year. Ooh. So it's hard to tell whether they're going full speed or not from what they did last year.
Yeah.
But, I love our guys who cover this, our guys, Jason and Brian and Christian and Nathan and all those guys. But they've got to come up with content like, hey, here's what we're seeing, or here's looking for all I want to know at this time of the year is who's out there, who's not, who's non-contact, who's, looking bigger, stronger, whatever. Because right now, you can't tell if anybody's any good.
No, you can't. I mean, I'm hearing these post-practice press conferences. This guy, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'd like to hear? This guy's not living up to our expectations. I know we're only 2 practices in, but this guy's got to pick it up.
This guy's got to lose some weight. That guy's got to have a little urgency to him.
I mean, all this,
whatever. We told him to eat a lot of chicken in the. This was actually a thing way back with Albert Means. Remember Albert Means? He showed up one preseason camp at about 3:20. And they asked him, what's the deal, man? He said, well, you guys told me to eat a lot of chicken, so I ate a lot of chicken. And they said, not fried chicken. Grilled chicken.
Skinless grilled chicken.
Yeah. So, but you hear the coaches saying stuff like that.
Yep.
And John is really good at reading between the lines. Ooh, You hear what he said there? And I'm like, yeah, he said that guy needs a sense of urgency. John says, he'll be gone by the end of
Won't
December.
see the field.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like one of these. I mean, everybody's happy and start of practice, and so-and-so's look good. And, man, we're really impressed with this guy. Read where DeBoer was talking about this transfer running back from Louisiana Lafayette or whatever. I'm thinking, wait a minute. This guy's coming from Louisiana Lafayette. You're raving about him? I went, oh, what's that say about the rest of those running backs? That's how I look at it, Barry.
Yeah.
See, the coaching staff's raving about this guy in 2 practices, transfers, kids like 5'9", $190, whatever. They're just raving about him. And short helmet. Ain't taking a hit yet. And I'm thinking, well, what about Jam Miller? Huh. That's the way I look at it. Ding, running back room's a little thin. They're not up to where they need to be. That's how I look at it.
John can speak, Coach. John's fluent. I mean, he can't speak it. He can understand it. You know, it's like people, are you fluent in this language? Well, I can't speak it, but I know it. People, it's like French, you know. John says, I can't get up. Number one, he probably couldn't do it with a straight face.
No.
Number two, it's happened too many times where he and I will be looking at, you know, press conference, or we'll be sitting there at SEC media days, and I'll be recording it, and John will be over there on his phone, and all of a sudden John will look up, and I'll say, "What?" And he said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "Yeah." He thinks his offensive line has room for growth, and he says, "That means it sucks. That means he doesn't like him. That means he's ready for somebody else to get in there. They didn't recruit well, and he's about to fire his offensive line coach." And I'm thinking, really?
Yeah.
Sure enough, end of the season, SEC team relieves offensive line coach of duties. And I'm thinking, how did John know that back in July at SEC media days?
I don't know, Barry. It's just this gift I've got, reading between the lines.
It's unbelievable.
Started with Cecil Hurt, the late, great Cecil Hurt, and Philip Marshall. Been reading those guys since I was a kid. And I would read. It would like, remember that movie, Barry? Something, A Beautiful Mind?
Yes.
And the guy's looking at the
Russell
board
Crowe.
and he's figuring it all out. That's kind of me reading a Philip and Cecil column.
Yeah.
You can see all the words, but there's something in there that's like a decoder glass of, I see what they're talking about right there.
And I'm like totally oblivious. I'm thinking, well, he just said that his offensive line has room for growth. And John says, you didn't hear? You didn't hear what I heard? I mean, let's listen closely. And I'm listening. He says, yeah, he's got inexperience on the right side of the offensive line. John says, that's not what I'm hearing. Listen closer. And I'm listening. I'm thinking, sure enough, that means his right tackle transfers at the end of the year. Right guard, third team by the start of off-season workouts. Offensive line coach, he'll be at Muskingum next year.
There are certain key words that you hear or read. And reading
Cecil was a great example. I'd read Cecil Hurt. John would read Cecil Hurt. And I swear it's like we were both reading different things.
I mean, we're reading one column. I said, Barry, Anthony Grant's getting fired. I handed him the article. He goes, Cecil didn't say that. I went, oh, yeah, he did.
I mean, he said the word Anthony Grant. That's about the only thing John and I both saw in that article. It's unbelievable. And, of course, end of the year, Anthony Grant relieved of duties at the University of Alabama.
Folks, we're at Stivers Ford in Montgomery. Listen to this. Best deal of the year. I'm reading it right now. That's what it says. New 2025 Ford F-150. That's America's best-selling truck for 50 years in a row. Ford F-150 STX model, 4x4, 2.7 liter, sign and drive, $499 a month. But there's more.
Hang on.
There's more. See right there, $499. 42 months.
I can read that. I understand that.
42 months. 42,000 mile premium maintenance package goes along with that. Incredible deals. Also, the 2024 model liquidation sale going on. They're moving all the 2024s out. Incredible prices. You got to come to the dealership to see them. So low, you got to come to the dealership to see them. And the mobile service, Barry, we have a lot of viewers and listeners that have let us know we have taken advantage of the mobile service. Turn your driveway into a service bay. I like that. You know, it's convenient for you, your home, your office. They'll come to you and they'll take care of your maintenance needs if you can't come to the dealership. Just another great service here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery. When we come back, who are
Phoenix Physical Therapy is ready to help patients recover, recharge, and rise. They develop a customized therapy plan for each patient to get them back to enjoying their favorite activities. Their experienced team is committed to providing exceptional care in a professional environment. Whether you're looking to prevent or treat an injury, recover from a recent illness, or recuperate from surgery, schedule an appointment with our clinic and take advantage of our physical therapy, athletic training, workers' comp, and employer solutions service. Experience elevated physical therapy today. Call Phoenix Physical Therapy at 239-9316. That's 239-9316.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Bush. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Okay, we are back at it here live at Stivers Ford in Montgomery where Price sells cars. Barry, another beautiful day here, but it's going to be hot. Another hot one here, but I'm not sure we're going to get any rain. I've noticed my yard. You can tell if you missed a spot when you're watering your yard. I looked at it this morning, and most of it looked green, and then there was this little area that didn't look as green.
Right.
I went, ooh, I should have put the sprinkler over there. So make sure you move the sprinkler around, or you'll have some dry, parched spots. You don't want to learn that the hard way.
All right. Top 10 NFL franchises.
Yeah. All right. So
not from CBSSports.com, not from theathletic.com. This is from John Longshore.
Yes.
Top 10.
And I like that you've got that page pulled up, Barry, there, because I would, if you wouldn't mind, as I reveal the top 10, if you could maybe tell us what the record of this team was last season.
Okay.
So we can kind of get a measuring stick of where we're going here. Top 10. There are 32 teams in the league, correct?
Yes, 32.
32 NFL teams. So, you have polls, lists in college. I thought, well, what about a top 10 in the NFL? Why not? All right.
All right, how about this? Just
here we
pull yourself a little bit. John likes to get.
Well, I'm trying to not block our names right there. Just like that. If I would stay right there.
There you go. There's a good spot right here.
All right. Number 10. They might be moving up there, but it is preseason. But the number 10 team I've got on my NFL preseason top 10 are the Los Angeles Chargers.
That's who I got. That's
number
who
10,
I got.
LA
Definitely
Chargers.
A top 10 team. You can say a lot about the job that Harbaugh's doing.
Yep.
And the front office is doing some work as well. I'm a big believer in Justin Herbert. A lot of people don't. That's perceptive from John here. A lot of people don't believe in the Chargers.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer in Justin Herbert.
A lot of people are saying, it's about time he does something. Look, Justin Herbert has done well. He needs some help, and they've done a good job getting pieces over the last couple of years. Definitely a top
And don't
10
be fooled by last night. It was preseason.
Yeah.
But there again, I like
good.
what this team's built, where they're headed. Say what you will about Harbaugh, the guy can win.
Yeah.
I mean,
11-6 last year. They won 3 in a row at the end of the year.
And he's coaching the NFL before. Won a national title, been to Super Bowls. Guy can coach.
He can coach.
So we're taking the LA Chargers at number 10.
Number 10.
All right. Number 9. This one might surprise you a little bit, Barry. And they kind of came on strong last year. And they've got a dynamic quarterback. And they kind of slipped up on me, too. I got to tell you. It was later in the season. I went, really, man? Really? This team's got that kind of record? I didn't know they were that good. We're going with what soon should be, based on what one of our senators here told us and the president, the Washington Redskins. They're currently known as the Commanders, but there's a push to get their old name back. I'm going with Washington as the number 9 team. What'd they do last year?
The Commanders, of course, they had Jaden Daniels, who was an absolute revelation.
Yep.
In his rookie year. They finished second in the NFC East, only 2 games behind the eventual Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Commanders were 12-5 last year.
How about that?
And they ended the regular year on a 5-game winning streak. You mentioned the Florida.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. I like that column. I noticed that yesterday, or actually this week. I used that same page when I was doing my research. Great minds think alike. Yeah, they won their last 5, Barry. They're on a streak. And when we get to the quarterbacks in the NFL, the top 10, you mentioned a guy, you might hear his name again. So, I've got the Washington Commanders, or whatever their name is, as the number 9 team on my list.
Now, admittedly, behind the Commanders, there wasn't much in that division. They feasted on a couple of those teams.
Man, that's a complete slap in the face
of the New York Giants. No,
well, how about that other
Cowboys? Yeah. So far, John's hitting it out of the park with the first 2. I'm a big believer in the Washington football team.
Okay, all right. I'm all in there.
Okay.
All right. Number 8. This one might surprise you a little bit, but I got a lot of faith in what's coming up with this team. They took a little bump in the road. I got another team that took a bump in the road last year.
Don't say the Saints. Don't say the Saints.
But this, no, that's in my bottom 10.
Okay.
That'll be Monday or next Friday.
I just had a chill.
We're going to go, Barry, with the San Francisco 49ers at number 8.
All right.
We're going with the 49ers.
They lose a little bit. My guy Debo's not with them anymore. But the 49ers, they locked up Brock Purdy to a long-term deal. My buddy Chad is a big 49ers fan. Do they have enough? The 49ers, 6-11 last year. Purdy was hurt for a while. Debo was hurt for a while. McCaffrey was hurt a lot. Everybody gets healthy. I don't know if Brock Purdy is a franchise quarterback, but we're about to find out.
We are about to find out. You're right about that. I like their division. Pretty competitive, but I think it's a bounce back. I like the front office at San Francisco.
Love John Lynch.
Yeah,
I think that's a good point.
Yep, I think John Lynch is smart and does a really good job. So I like San Francisco to be in the number 8 spot. Still not real thrilled about where they play. It's very inconvenient. If you live in San Francisco, that's a long way to go to watch a game. I don't know who would want to live in San Francisco. Maybe it's even better that they're out there in San Jose or Santa Cruz, wherever it is. I'm going with the 49ers. I'm
drawing a blank. Where is Levi's Stadium?
Well,
oh my gosh, where is it?
We flew into San Jose.
Right.
When Alabama played Clemson.
Which is where I flew into.
I don't know if they actually played. They just
It's
appeared.
in Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
That's right. That's what I was searching for.
We flew into San Jose, and I remember on the way to the airport, we're passing, I don't know what highway or street we were on, all of these high-tech companies. Here's Apple over here, and
all this Silicon Valley
all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of going, wow, look at this. Is this where all these places are? but certainly not an environment for college football. I'd be amazed if they ever play that game back out there again. But pro football, I guess it's pretty good. All right, this next team, this one's probably going to surprise you as well. They kind of like some other teams, like San Francisco, had a bump in the road last year, had some injuries. We're not going to let that, injury, going to use that card.
You can't just sign off on that and say, they're always going to be hurt. No.
Barry, we're going to go.
This is number 7?
Number 7. We're going with the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow back, healthy. Like how their schedule sets up.
Jamar Chase.
I'm feeling some good things for the Cincinnati Bengals this year. Last year did not live up to their expectations. I think they have a bounce back year. I put them in my 7th spot.
Yeah, they're 9-8 last year, but 9-8. End of the season, 5-game winning streak.
See,
they were. Here's the deal with them, and I think we talked with Travis Ryer about this earlier in the week. Last 3 years, the Bengals have gotten off to terrible starts. I think they were 1-4 to start last year. They were 0-2, 0-3 the year before that. They get off to a good start, and I haven't checked their September schedule. They may actually trend higher than number 7.
Good. You're right about that. I just, love the fact they went on a 5-game winning streak to end the season.
Yeah, got healthy, and that was you mentioned that. That's the theme for them.
Yep.
When they got healthy, they're tough to beat.
Yep, I like the momentum. Yep. Burrow, hey, look, I think the guy's got a lot of pluck and grit. Yeah. He's tough.
Yeah.
And I like the way he plays. I think Cincinnati, Robbie's not going to like hearing that. But, Robbie, you got big problems in Pittsburgh. Yep. It's called quarterback.
Pittsburgh finished a game ahead of Cincinnati in the AFC North last year. Pittsburgh was 10-7. Bengals were 9-8. Robbie, I hate to tell John too. Yeah. I agree with John on this. Look for a big-time flip-flop on the standings in the AFC North.
Yeah, is Robbie giving us his thoughts about
everything? Yes.
Yeah, well, that. Mm-hmm. But Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
Hit us with that one again, Robbie. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers and his ability to lead this Pittsburgh franchise?
All right, one more before the break. This is our first 5, then we'll give you the top five when we get back. At number 6 in the top 10 of NFL ratings. This is the second team from LA. We're going with the Rams at number 6. Real big fan of Matthew Stafford. And, Barry, I think they've got one of the best coaches in the league in the LA Rams. Took a little – there again, didn't live up to their expectations last year. Took a little bump in the road. I think things get back together for the Rams. I think they're going to have a much better season in 25.
Here's one of my favorite trivia questions. Sean McVay is the head coach of the Rams. I'm like John. I really like him. His dad was an NFL general manager for years and years.
Yep.
I grew up in Georgia. Sean McVay, I forget where he went to college. It was, some place in the MAC or something. But he was the Georgia High School Player of the Year, his senior year of high school. The guy who finished second for Georgia High School Offensive Player of the Year that year, Calvin Johnson.
Really? Where did McVay play college ball?
He did in the MAC somewhere. I can't remember where. I think it's the MAC. But yeah, it all starts for the Rams at quarterback with Stafford. Some defensive questions last year, but still, they finished in the NFC West
Bear,
right at the top time with Seattle. I like the Rams.
I don't have HBO anymore. I don't think I do. But remember there was this thing, Real Sports, with Bryant Gumbel. I used to talk about this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He had some maybe I should get HBO again. Why do I not have HBO? Hell, I got every other channel, it seems like. Anyway, they did a feature on McVay. And I was blown away about Gumbel would say, all right, tell me about the play on 2nd and 7.
In the Titans game in week 3. 2nd and 7, you're up 7. There's 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. I saw that.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, 2nd and 3 on that drive. It was, I don't know, a
counter X slant route.
Yeah, to Todd Gurley. He picks up 6.
Yeah.
And Gumbel's going through the play, but
he
how
knew
do you
every
do that?
play.
He said, I remember that because they talked me out of going, with a quarterback rollout and everything. I said, let's just give it to Gurley on a delay and and I'm thinking, that's crazy.
The guy's got
That's crazy.
Yeah, he could remember every play that they had run.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, man,
you name a situation, name a time, name a down, name a distance, name the point of the game.
I wish I could do that.
He didn't miss every one.
It was amazing. I mean, I can remember the wrong way bowl game, something like that, or the Van Tiffen kick, something like that, or the grave digger. But I can't tell you what happened in the Iron Bowl last year in the second quarter at the 8-minute mark. I couldn't tell you that. No way.
Of course you couldn't. Nobody can. It doesn't happen. Scratch that.
All right, when we get back, our top 5. So here's the first 5.
All right.
At number 10, the LA Chargers. At number 9, the Washington, whatever they are now, Commanders. At number 8, the 49ers of San Francisco. Number 7 is the Cincinnati Bengals. And number 6 is the LA Rams.
There we go.
We'll give you our top 5 when we return. Did you notice the little notepad that I used to write these down on?
Yes. Well, you don't throw anything away, do you?
Hey, I got some if you want them.
I don't. Chris the Bammer says, hey, pluck and grit, is that like length and girth? No, pluck and grit is actually the lyrics to a fight song. Yes.
Yes.
It's about 9 till the top of the hour.
With their name in Crimson Flame. Yeah, that's how it goes.
It's our first live hour of Longshore and McKnight at Stivers Ford Lincoln on the Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway in Montgomery, Alabama, in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Why Hands? At Hands Heating and Air, you get this area's highest ranked service provider with 24-hour repair service, no overtime charges, and their same-day service guarantee. Plus, instead of other companies' 30-day repair warranty, Hands gives you a 3-year repair warranty. Hands Heating and Air is here for you 24/7, 365. And service is not just something they do, it's their way of operating, for you in mind. All of Hands employees are trained to adhere to this standard. They work hard to ensure that this standard is maintained, and they are constantly looking for new ways to better serve you. Call Hands Heating and Air today at 508-5382. That's 508-5382, or find them on the web at 834hands.com.
All right, man, grab a Budweiser and take a knee. It is the best time of the year. It's baseball season. That means sunshine. It means behind-the-back peanut tosses. And it means sharing some cold, frosty Budweisers with your boys. Because there's nothing more American than watching America's game with America's beer. So let me ask you something. Are you ready to bring your A game? Are you ready to cheer every frozen rope down the line and amazing catch at the warning track? Are you ready for pitchers' duels and slugfests? Tell me, are you ready for the thrill of an incredible walk-off victory? I can't hear you. Are you ready for Budweiser and baseball? Then get on your feet, raise an ice-cold Bud, and let's make this season larger than life. Great times are waiting. Grab some Bud!
Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Destin Connection Seafood Market offers the freshest seafood direct from the Gulf of Mexico with deliveries daily. Snapper, grouper, pompano, flounder, copia, along with medium, large, and jumbo shrimp, hand-picked crab meat, and chucked oysters. They can even cook your order for easy, quick pickup. The Destin Connection can make a po' boy with any of their seafood items that folks in New Orleans rave about. Go by and see them at 3750 Norman Bridge Road or call 288-4272 for pickup orders.
I've looked at that commercial. Very proud to have the Destin Connection Seafood Market support. They've supported us for years and years, and I've supported them. Love that place. But that commercial you see up on the screen over under the dinners on the top right.
Yep.
The monster platter.
Yes.
David, I'm coming to get that. The monster platter with the shrimp and the
It's
oysters
everything.
and the fish
Beautiful.
with 3 sides. That's calling my name, man.
He's waiting for you, Barry. There's his shrimp. He's got his bag of shrimp there. Range Pro. Look at a little snapper in the showcase there.
Those snapper, they were swimming yesterday.
Yes.
The day before.
And I told you about I don't know if Gern Jr. still got the pictures of the snapper that I fried up a week or so ago. Got it from the Destin Connection. I get my seafood here, and then I take it back to the coast.
That's right.
It's what I do. You kidding me? I love it.
It's fresher here than a lot of the seafood on the coast.
Ain't no doubt. 3750 Norman Bridge Road. Go by today or tomorrow and enjoy the weekend with some fresh seafood from the Destin Connection. One other thing I wanted to mention, Barry, I've gotten a lot of feedback last night and today. Several people let me know about the movie Nothing But a Winner. The Alabama football story. It was on in theaters last night. I think there's several other showings. I think throughout the weekend, actually. I think it was last night, today, tomorrow, Sunday. You can check it out. I'm not real sure what theater here in Montgomery is showing it, but I know it's all around the state. And it's about an hour and 50 minutes from what I'm told. And people said there were times in it where you'd have tears in your eyes. Maybe they showed the kick six or something. Who knows? I don't know. But said it was very well done, very well produced. Just really good, glowing reviews. Unlike when I was in like high school and the premiere of the movie The Bear was at the Capri Theater here in Montgomery on Fairview Avenue, and people kind of walked out kind of going, well, it wasn't bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
This, I'm told, Barry, is really well done. So I'm looking for, I'm not going to be able to see it this weekend. So hopefully it'll be on Netflix or something pretty soon. I'm hoping. We'll see. But I'm sure
that's about going to be my speed.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody's got a way for me to watch it, let me know. I mean, do they still have filters, on cable like they used to? I had a man that could get me a filter, and I never had to pay. Remember when it was? You had to pay-per-view games and stuff.
Guy drove an El Camino.
Yeah.
He wore a trench coat with glasses and a floppy hat, and he drove.
Hey man, I got a filter for you.
Yeah, all right.
And they're not going to trace this
to me.
What
do you got a Quasar? Okay, yeah, I think I got one for
they're
that.
Not tracing this back to me, are they?
All right, here we go.
All right,
here we go. The top 5 John Longshore power ratings.
Power ratings
in the National Football
League. Give you
League.
the first 6. Barry, we're going with number 5. And boy, it gets tough now, Barry. It gets real tough.
I mean, every one of them is a spectacular franchise.
I really like this team. And I think you'll know why later in the show. But at number 5, Barry, I am going with the Baltimore Ravens.
All right.
The Baltimore Ravens. So I got Washington and Baltimore in my top 10. They're like 30 miles apart.
Baltimore 12-5 last year.
Yeah.
They won 4 in a row to end the regular year.
They did.
And if Mark Andrews can hang on to a pass in the end zone by the pylon,
don't bring it up.
They might have been Super Bowl champions.
Don't bring it up.
Later on.
You're right, Barry. They could have been Super Bowl champs. That's been their problem. They can't get over that last hurdle.
Yeah.
But
whether it's the Chiefs, whether it's the Bills.
And I wonder, Barry, if Baltimore's getting to the point like it's now or never. We got to get this done. We're kind of running out of time.
I think that's a great point.
So I'm looking for some big things out of the Ravens. Harbaugh coaches them. Got 2 Harbaughs in my top 10.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. There are 2 quarterbacks in the NFL that have surprised me. Lamar Jackson is a premier athlete. If you ever want to see his high school highlights, it was unfair down in South Florida. I didn't think it would translate as well as it has to the NFL because he's a terrific runner. He can throw the ball a mile. You wondered about his ability to command a team. He's a 2-time MVP, John. I didn't think he'd get to that level, but he has been everything to that franchise.
He really has. More on him later.
Yeah. All right.
But
so that's 5.
I like the Ravens. They're in the 5th spot.
Okay.
In my top 10, the Ravens. All right. Number 4. Here's another team that needs to deliver. My oldest daughter really likes the quarterback of this team a lot. As a matter of fact, she wants to go to Buffalo this fall when they host the Saints. Oh, and honey, you know what? There's nothing to do in Buffalo, but we'll look into it.
You know, Troy plays at the University of Buffalo.
Yep.
I want to say it's week 4. It's in the first month of the season.
Oh, wow.
We'll be at Buffalo, and I think they got a home game there. Might be the Saints. Who knows?
I think they do host the Saints late into September.
Okay,
Number 4, Barry, is the Buffalo Bills.
Bills.
Josh Allen, really good quarterback.
13-4 last year, NFL MVP. Another guy who, you know, had a lot of upside. You get all these quarterbacks, so you think, man, these guys, they got a lot of advanced publicity. Carson Wentz, what did he turn out to be?
Yep.
Who got Mitch Trubisky? The Bears traded up to get Mitch Trubisky ahead of Patrick Mahomes. You've got Kenny Pickett. You got all those guys who were supposed to be really good guys and didn't pan out. Josh Allen could throw the ball 90 yards. He went to school at Wyoming.
Yeah.
He ticks a lot of boxes, but he looked like a lot of those guys that just never could figure out in the NFL. He figured it out from the first month of his career.
Certainly did.
Yeah.
So I like Buffalo. There again, they need to get some things going there too. They've fallen a little short. And I know what people are thinking. Well, it's kind of tough when Kansas City's in that conference.
That's the only knock on Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's the only knock on them. Yeah, great team, wonderful team, good coach, great front office. They've got talent. Too bad they're in the same time frame as the Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, you ask some former Tennessee football coaches, hey, losing to Bama 9 straight times ain't going to cut it.
That's exactly
You got to beat these guys every now and then. Same thing with Buffalo and Baltimore.
Too bad that Dion happened to play in the same time frame as Bo, Otherwise, he might be known as the best 2-sport star in history. But Buffalo, always a bridesmaid.
Yep. And
you're right, the clock is ticking.
And those Super Bowl appearances, and they could not win the game.
4 in a row.
Tough. They get a new stadium in Buffalo.
Yes.
All right. You've probably been wondering when I'm going to mention this team. Well, they're up next at number 3. You saw them last night. Didn't look too good, but they're holding back, Barry. They're not showing a lot in preseason.
Right.
We're talking about the Detroit Lions, who I believe also went on a nice little win streak toward the end of the year, had a great regular season record. I think
15-2.
Yeah, I think they tied for the best record in the NFL last year.
It did. For the Lions, the doormats for so many years. They won 3 in a row at the end of the regular year, but they just sleptwalked in the playoffs.
They did sleepwalk, but I really like their coach, Barry.
Oh, yeah. Love him
coach.
A whole lot. Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell, a player's coach. I really like the Lions. Like I said, don't worry about last night. More on that later.
You can win a bar bet.
Yep.
If you can tell me the only 3 teams in the NFL who did not lose a home game.
Oh, they did not lose. Well, how about their road record?
Well,
Detroit's
Buffalo,
road record was incredible.
Kansas City and Detroit did not lose at home. To John's point about the Lions on the road,
8-0.
Well, that's what I meant. I looked at the wrong column.
Okay.
The Lions were the only team in the NFL to go undefeated on the road.
That?
The only one. They were 8-0 on the road. They actually lost 2 home games. So
yeah,
there you go.
Barry, it's tough to win on the road anywhere, particularly in the NFL. It's tough to win on the road in the NFL unless you're playing a bunch of teams that only have 40,000 people.
Yeah, Mercer doesn't play in the NFL.
No, they don't. All right, how about that? I thought you were going with this one, Barry. Name the teams that have never been to a Super Bowl. Detroit is one of them.
Browns, Lions, Jags, Texans. There's one more.
I think those are it. I think those are
the 4. That may be it. Browns, Texans, Jags.
Now the Jags have been to the AFC Championship game.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your friend down in Troy think about the Browns never being to the Super Bowl? Your little friend.
Oh, yeah. My buddy Hunt.
Yeah.
This is the year. This is the year. Hunt's going to be wearing his
Okay.
Nick Chubb jersey.
We're pulling for you,
He's got the eye black. He'll have the Browns helmet on. He'll do the dog. He'll do the dog pound. You know.
Okay. I don't like their chances, but
I don't either.
We'll go.
Yeah.
All right, we're down to the last two.
Last two.
Coming in at number 2, Barry, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Two. All right.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
What is it? 3 straight Super Bowls
appearances.
3 straight Super Bowl appearances.
Patrick Mahomes, incredible.
15-2 last year.
Barry, I think
They
Kansas
lose in the
City's
time.
getting a little old. They're getting a tad old in Kansas City. That's why I got them in the second position. I still like them. Like Andy Reid.
Travis Kelce, is he really done? Is he finished? Andy Reid says he was pretty much the best actor in Happy Gilmore 2, which ain't saying much. But
so it's funny you bring that up, Barry.
Yes.
I know this is you're gonna find this hard to believe, but I was watching Fox News yesterday.
Not hard to believe.
And I'm watching Brett Baer. He's on right before Laura Ingraham. And it was the last block, and he had Bryson DeChambeau on, talking about the president's physical fitness thing that he's got going back up. LT was at the White House yesterday. DeChambeau was there. A bunch of other athletes. Trump signing this executive order about, health, physical fitness and stuff.
I think Tua was there.
I think he was there.
And Trump absolutely butchered his name.
Yeah. Well, the guy that was supposed to tell him how to say it just got fired. But anyway, Tua was there. You're right. Remember when we were growing up, it was like the president's physical fitness deal? Yeah, you had to pass it in PE.
You know how I remember that? Because one year I didn't pass it, and my older sister Melanie did. And she had that patch, and I didn't.
Yeah. So we're bringing that back. Sit-ups, push-ups, chin-ups.
Chin-ups were my kryptonite.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
You got to be able to do this stuff.
When you're 9, I mean, you can't.
Yeah, and we had to do it as a kid. There were things, so we're trying to, curb a little obesity and get some people off the computers and get those phones out of their hands.
Who thought it was a good idea in gym class to have those big, thick ropes hanging from the roof of the basketball gym? Hey, let's get these little tiny wiry kids and have them shimmy up that thing.
All right.
And by the time they're 20 feet up and they're absolutely bone tired, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put this little 1/2-inch mat at the bottom of it for them to land on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Toughen them up.
That'll be great.
And if you missed it and broke your arm, too bad.
That's exactly
You should have hit the mat. Let me tell you really what those ropes, we would climb, but another use of those ropes that I did not know. I think I've told you, I pole vaulted in junior high and high school. And one of my coaches, this was a great training tool. We would go into the gym, he'd get the ropes down, they would hang, and you would use the ropes to pull your body up and move your feet skyward as you would on a pole. As you planted that pole into the pit, once you slung it up, you had to maneuver your body to have your feet going this way to go over the pole. And that rope would help you with that move and that action and train your body. It was a big help for me, I can tell you that.
Well,
and that's another use for it.
Out of all of the riff that John and I are capable of every show, we can do this 2 hours.
Yeah, sure we can.
We went from Bryson DeChambeau and Brett Baer and Fox News to Tua to the rope in gym class, who Garth from Wayne's World said made me feel kind of funny.
That's what I was thinking. I couldn't remember what movie that was in. I knew there was something about a rope in gym class. I do remember that. Garth. All right.
So we had an original point in there somewhere before we got off on Fox News and the President's Council on Physical Fitness.
I mean, LT, wasn't he the one that said, man, I got set up like a...
Yeah. He was the one on, what was the, he was the one on The Water Boy.
Yeah.
Where Bobby Boucher was speaking to a bunch of kids. Here, Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence said, don't do crack.
Oh, LT. He was a force, folks. I'm telling you, back in the day when you
Best
could hit a
defensive
quarterback.
player in history.
Played at North Carolina.
Surely did.
Yeah,
Number 98 at
was-
North Carolina,
yeah.
number 56 with the Giants.
Tar Heel. All right,
Yeah.
Barry. We're down to number one. The number one team in the National Football League for the 2025 season. Here's the deal.
Jaguars? No. Okay.
They're not going to be in my bottom 10. They're in that middle pack. They're in
I'll take it.
the pack of 12. All right, number one, Barry, hard to go against the Philadelphia Eagles. And the reason for it, there again, we'll get more into this in the next segment when we go through the quarterbacks. And I don't want to give anything away, but I think this team is built better than any team in the NFL, position by position. They just don't have two or three really good guys. I think the Eagles have good guys everywhere. They've done an incredible job in the draft, free agency, acquiring players.
Oh, Saquon.
Unbelievable. And it's hard to me, they're just the best team from top to bottom.
Well, they are definitely, and this is what their MO is. They are the best team, without a doubt, on the line of scrimmage. John and I have talked about this before about football, and Bob from Pike Road has reinforced that. You can have the RPO, you can have the run option, you can run the wishbone, you can run 5 wides, you can go hurry up, you can go air raid, but you better win the line of scrimmage. Nobody has embraced that more than the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts has had a terrific career. He has surprised me. The former Oklahoma quarterback has done really good work.
Yeah.
But at least half of it is because he has got a tremendous offensive line. And that plays no matter the venue, no matter the time, no matter the weather.
Remember that, Barry, that statement you just made.
Former Oklahoma quarterback?
Not
Jalen
that
Hurts?
one. The one about the line.
Oh, the line of scrimmage.
When we're going through the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. All right. Are we late for a break? I think we are. We've been riffing so long.
Now, let's take a break at the regular time. We just moved through the top of the hour. I will say this.
Okay.
I agree with all of it, except I don't know where I would stick him, where I would put him. I know Sam Darnold's gone to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But you got to put the Vikings in there somewhere.
Well, that was
14-3 last year. Again, the only team in the division better.
Barry, that was my first team out.
Yeah, Vikings
Minnesota was my first team out.
Will J.J. McCarthy be the Darnold had, where did that come from year from him?
Yep.
But he has shuffled off to Seattle. J.J. McCarthy is now on the clock. But I really like the Vikings.
Yeah, they're a team that could sneak into my top 10. I had to leave somebody out. They were the team that I left out. Had a good year last year. I'm thinking Cincinnati's going to be better. That's why I've got them in there over the Minnesota Vikings. But you never know. They could be a team to watch out for. Kind of like the Rams. I moved them up ahead of Minnesota as well. In the NFL, Barry, are there rivalries? You'll hear people say, well, Chicago and Green Bay or L.A. and San Francisco.
Oh.
I say horse feathers. There are not rivalries in the NFL. You can say they are, but I'm not buying it.
We apologize for the off-color language.
Yeah.
There.
Horse feathers?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a bad word? Is it? Anyway.
Horse feathers.
Poppycock.
Who are you, Sherman Potter from MASH?
They're not rivalries in football. They're going to build them up and say they are. The NFL, unfortunately, for the other players on the field, is really built around the quarterback.
Yes.
If you've got a really good
It is
quarterback,
a quarterback league.
you have got a really good shot of winning. And when the TV networks are looking to put the best games on, they want Josh Allen against Patrick Mahomes. They want Lamar Jackson going up against Matthew Stafford. That's what they're looking for there. They're looking for Jalen Hurts going up against Joe Burrow.
It's not necessarily J.J. McCarthy versus Michael Penix Jr.?
Mm-mm.
All right, okay.
That's not what they're going for. Now,
Right.
Why in the world they want to put Dak Prescott on television so much? I don't know. I don't know what this love is for the Cowboys who have, not been to a Super Bowl since the 90s? Hadn't won their conference championship game since the 90s? And for some reason, everybody's just flipping out over the Cowboys, who, what did they do last year? I mean, nothing.
Well,
I mean, they were like 8-9, something like that. It was ridiculous. 10-8, whatever.
7-10.
7-10. And they're putting this team on Sunday night, Monday night, afternoon window on Sunday. I don't get it. But the NFL is all about quarterback matchups.
Yes.
Can the same be said about college football?
Getting there. I think that's a great point. I didn't know where you were going with that, but yeah, I think so.
I was thinking about this. Several games. Let's take this one for example. Week 1, Texas is at Ohio State.
Yes.
Later that year, Texas will play Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry or shootout or whatever it's called.
Oh, it's not called the shootout anymore. It's a rivalry.
The ratings for the Texas-Ohio State game will be better than Texas-Oklahoma.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, write it down. Write it down. A game that's been played every year that I can remember, Texas and OU will not have a rating as good as Texas and Ohio State.
Because of the quarterbacks?
No.
Because of Arch Manning versus... Did Julian Sayin ever enroll at Alabama? Was he ever a student at Alabama? Because
I think he went through spring.
I kept hearing over and over again, Alabama's quarterback of the future is coming.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You
know, Barry,
he'll be the starting quarterback for Ohio State.
I do think
against
there
the
is a little quarterback element to it. I see where you're going there. Because as you mentioned, I think we're getting closer to that model like the NFL is.
Too. Yeah, I agree.
Because there again, week 1, a huge intersectional game, not a conference game. I'm going to be looking out for that. I think that game going to be ratings bonanza. Peyton Manning, Arch Manning, obviously a big factor there. That game will outrate Texas and OU. You look at some of the other games that are played. I mean, the ratings for the Iron Bowl, I mean, that's really, people in the state of Alabama are all, glued into it. But is the nation, is that the highest rated game between those two teams every year? No, not really. Alabama's trip to Georgia in week 5, that'll outrate the Iron Bowl. The Alabama LSU going to outrate the Iron Bowl.
Auburn, Georgia, the oldest continuous rivalry in the Deep South. Will that outrate the Iron Bowl?
Could. If Georgia, is 1 or 2 in the country by then, possibly could be. If Texas loses to Ohio State. Could be. But, rivalries, I think, are kind of overblown a little bit. I mean, I know here we're big into rivalries, but, Barry, we've talked about if we go to 9 games in the SEC, what's that going to do to these rivalries that we've had forever? And I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers when I make this statement, but I really don't care. I mean, if we don't play Alabama, Tennessee every year, we don't play Auburn, Georgia every year, big deal. If we're going to go to a 9-game schedule and we're playing everybody home and away in a 4-year period, you're going to play them. And you're going to get to play everybody else as well.
I just think that John is going to be on these airwaves or whatever you call these things. And he's going to say, didn't we just play Mississippi State like last year? Are they on the schedule? Why are they on this?
Yeah.
When you say play everybody,
yes,
that doesn't mean Texas and
Right.
Georgia
No doubt.
Tennessee. That also means Mississippi State and Arkansas and Vanderbilt.
You're right.
Well,
there again, if they're a permanent opponent, obviously you will. I hope they would not be. But certainly there's a bigger rotation there. So I wonder if rivalries are kind of overblown a little bit, because don't we really want the best games and the best matchups? I think the TV networks do, but I don't know, just a couple of food for thoughts to chew on before we get to the NFL's top 10 quarterbacks.
Also, looking up and down, I see we may be approaching a record. What is the 2-hour Longshore and McKnight record for number of chats by one person? Plainsman Preston, you're in play for the all-time record here.
He is. Preston is going at it.
Like it.
All right, how about this, Barry? Go ahead.
Let's take a break.
Yep.
We are late for one here at Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard at the Troy Highway in Montgomery, Alabama, where I didn't think it was possible.
It's possible.
But there are even more vehicles on the lot than I've ever seen in my entire life.
Barry, that's because the 2024 model liquidation sale is ongoing right now.
They got to get rid of them.
They got to move these 2024 model liquidation. That's a key word, liquidation. That means advantage car buyers. So come out, check out these 2024 models that are still on the lot. The liquidation sale going on now. Also, best deal of the year.
Which is also hard to imagine.
A new 2025 Ford F-150, that's America's best-selling truck for over 50 years.
True.
STX 4x4, 2.7 liter, sign and drive lease. Take a guess.
$650 a month?
Lower. $499 a month. Sign and drive lease plus 42 months and 42,000 mile premium maintenance package attached to that.
That's just a part of the deal. At Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway. He's John Longshore. I'm Barry McKnight. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Located just 8 miles north of Alabama's state capital, Capitol Hill features 3 18-hole championship courses. With more than 1,500 acres of golf and nature, the pure magnitude of this facility is amazing and allows each course to be drastically different from the others. Capitol Hill also features an innovative 360-degree driving range, 400 yards in diameter. Capitol Hill offers a fully stocked pro shop with the latest equipment and apparel. Great food and beverages in the clubhouse can be enjoyed both before and after your round. Get your group together and hit the trail. Go to rtjgolf.com/Capitol Hill for tee times and more information.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Local banking expertise, the newest innovations and technology, personal attention, genuine hospitality. It's all just part of the Riverbank and Trust difference. They invite you to experience it for yourself. Welcome to banking above and beyond at Riverbank and Trust. Locations throughout the River region, locations throughout the state of Alabama. Riverbank and Trust.
Okay, welcome back in, everybody. 22 minutes past the hour on this beautiful Friday. If you're checking us live, we really appreciate that. You can watch us at your convenience. YellowhammerNews.com, Facebook, YouTube, also Barry, Spotify, and Apple iTunes. A lot of content on X and Instagram. Check it out. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell all your friends. Barry, you were showing me here on Facebook today how many people were already watching us.
The numbers continue to be gratifying.
Yes, they are.
I mean, we approach our numbers like the Phantom does. We're really proud of them. We're really happy with them and everything. There's a lot more. I mean, we need to continue to pull it on. I mean, we love our viewers. We love our listeners. We love all the response we've gotten so far. But it's like the way you need to regard your man. We need to keep pressing.
No doubt. Going. You better believe it.
So, but it's been great. The viewership and the listenership. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you hit like and subscribe wherever you're at, whether it's Spotify or Facebook or YouTube or any of the other platforms, YellowhammerNews.com and all of that. If you want to get on Facebook, if you want to tell your friends who are on Facebook, just tell them to go to Facebook, go to the Yellowhammer News Facebook account, There's a lot of great stuff on there,
Sure.
a lot of really provocative and high quality articles being written, news accounts and stuff. But go to Yellowhammer News on Facebook and just look for Longshore and McKnight.
Easy.
We're right there.
Yeah, great stuff at Yellowhammer News. Great content, news, lifestyles, politics, sports. Really great staff there. We want to thank the guys at Yellowhammer that help us out. Some great folks there, Baylor and Alex and those guys do a fantastic
we
job.
met for the first time. We've read him for months and months and months.
Yeah.
We finally, Michael Bronner came over and said hello to us in Atlanta. And John and I were both like, hey, there you are. We love that guy.
And we certainly did. It was great meeting him. Of course, Grayson and Paul up there, those guys. We really appreciate all of our friends there at Yellowhammer News. And also our sponsors, Barry, just can't thank them enough. Our good friends here at Stivers Automotive, Stivers Ford, Stivers Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Prattville, our good friends at Bama Budweiser, and all of our other great sponsors. We greatly appreciate your support and helping us grow and helping you grow your business as well.
Yes.
If you'd like to be a part of what we do, let us know. We'd love to have you part of the team here on Longshore and McKnight.
Yeah, just hit us up at longshoreandmcknight@gmail.com. And we'd be glad to see what we can do to help you raise your business's profile on one of the fastest growing sites, one of the fastest growing media that's out there right now. Longshore and McKnight @gmail.com.
You know, Barry, even me, a guy like me has figured it out. The new way of communicating and providing content. I know you were probably going, Longshore will never figure this out. And I hadn't figured it out completely.
No, there's always something new to learn.
But I see what all the younger generation's talking about. All right. Tobias in Arizona.
What will be Trevor Lawrence's excuse this year? Trevor Lawrence, according to, this is Tobias. He says, what will be the excuse for Trevor Lawrence this season? I know John's hoping for his Saints to lose every game this season.
Should I admit
tear it down and rebuild?
We do, Tobias.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a long year in the Crescent City.
This is called the Downward March for Arch.
Yeah. Hey, we get a bumper sticker. The Downward March for Arch. Fleur de lis.
Daniel says Trevor Lawrence will have to get out of Jacksonville to win, similar to Matt Stafford in Detroit. Lawrence is one of those guys. We were talking earlier about Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Trevor was the number one high school recruit coming out, went to Clemson. He was the number one pick in the NFL draft of the Jaguars, and I was geeked about it. Now, he's done okay. He's done all right. But he hasn't won a meaningful game in forever. And if he does have to get out of Jacksonville, I'm afraid everybody will consider his tenure with the Jaguars to be a failure. And that pains me because he is a really great guy. He's going to win somewhere if he's given a chance.
Yeah.
I just hope that it's in Jackson.
You know, I've always liked Trevor Lawrence. Saw him beat Alabama badly out in Santa Clara. But also the day he walked into the Waffle House, and what did he cook or buy everybody in the Waffle House their meal? It was like after a Jags game, he went Gus Malzahn on us and went to the Waffle House.
Gus never bought everybody their meal. John, I think, has already thrown away his Waffle House coffee cup.
I did, yeah. I love
morning.
that coffee over there. Barry, before we go to the top 10 quarterbacks, can you give me a score in that NFL game last night? I'm just kind of curious. I want to make sure I saw that score correctly.
It was the LA Chargers 34 and the Detroit Lions 7.
Barry, do you realize the LA Chargers were an underdog in that game? And they won it outright?
But see, this is the deal, what you said before. You don't know how long the starters are going to play.
Yeah.
You don't know, how much of the offense they're going to reveal. There's kind of a gentleman's agreement in there. And I think Collinsworth actually said this during one of the replays of one of the second quarter touchdown passes for Trey Lance.
Yeah.
He said there's kind of a gentleman's agreement in the Hall of Fame game that you're not going to send a full-out blitz.
Yeah. Well,
you're not going to do that, but
did they know they were coaching against Harbaugh?
They did go, schools out blitz. They sent everybody at one time. And Lance threw a little hot route to the wide receiver, got a touchdown. So you don't really know all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't know why anybody would really sink a lot of money into a wager on the Hall of Fame.
They call it the free season for a reason. And obviously, Phantom Enterprises was aware of some privy information in that game last night. Now, we certainly weren't expecting Detroit to turn the ball over as much, but we're not opposed to it.
Right.
But they did, and gave gave LA a lot of short fields. Okay, so what? I don't care. But there again, we're looking for dogs we think can win the games outright. You've been hearing the Phantom talk about that for years. Last night was an example. We had the LA Chargers +2 against Detroit. They win the game outright. The 2 was a bonus. Boom. First winner of the year in football was last night. Hope you were on it. LA +2 wins the game outright against Detroit.
Here's the disclaimer. And I speak for the Phantom on this because the Phantom has said this so many times. Okay, you listened to the Phantom's Dog of the Day yesterday. Maybe it paid off for you emotionally. Maybe it paid off for you financially.
Yeah.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself.
True.
Oh, boy, I'm a winner in my first game, man. I'm going to bet every game. Now, this is my year. Golly, I am going to be.
Don't fall for it.
Hot. Don't. Still keep your wits about you.
Correct.
All right. Every game stands on its own. Don't start going crazy and doing things that you wouldn't do otherwise just because you built a little streak.
Don't
just
chase
because you
it.
got hot.
Don't chase money. Now, there again, if you get on a little streak and you're feeling good, you want to press a little bit, hey, we're all for that. I mean, you got the casino where you want them. You're playing with house money. You press that thing a little bit and really go for the throw.
Don't go absolutely crazy nuts.
Now, one thing I do want to I don't want to say correct you, but just point out.
All right.
There is no emotion in this. It's all financial. Don't get emotional about this at all. People go, I cannot believe you're betting against Alabama. You think? I've won a ton betting against Alabama. Now,
local man's kids probably could lose a little weight.
Yeah.
Because of people like you. Those kids are eating good because of that mindset.
I mean, it just kills me. Well, I can't bet against them. I can't bet against the Tide. Look, we're looking for value. We're looking for numbers that are out of skew here. Well, I can't do that. Oh, okay. All right, then don't. I mean, that one's always floored me.
Yeah.
I can't bet against them. Oh, okay. All right. So what do we got tonight? How about this one, Barry? We got to go back to major. I don't say we have to go back.
Well,
we're going back to Major League Baseball.
Right.
This is a matchup that I find very. What's the difference between intriguing and interesting?
You can be interested in Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. You
can be intrigued by the swimsuit issue.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd say I'm interested and intrigued in this game.
Okay.
Barry, this is an interleague game. Interleague game. It will take place. I'm not real sure actually where this stadium is, but it is the Tampa Bay Rays hosting.
They're in Tampa. They're not in St. Petersburg. They're playing in the Yankees spring training park, George Steinbrenner Field.
Correct. The defending World Series champion LA Dodgers
are in town
tonight, taking on the Rays. Packed house. I don't know how many people that stadium will hold.
10,000.
10,000 plus for the game tonight, man. Dodgers aren't used to playing in these type stadiums. Yeah. But Tampa Bay, Barry, plus 125 tonight. At home, they're still in the mix there in the American League Eastern Division.
All true.
Dodgers, they're in good shape there in the National League West, but they got a couple of teams nipping at their heels.
Yeah.
We like Tampa plus 125 tonight at home. Plus 125 hosting the Dodgers tonight. Inflated. Barry, the World Series, it's kind of like when you go to Vegas and you see a number for Southern Cal, they always inflate it because they know the folks from LA are coming
over, across the desert.
Yeah. So they're inflating the Dodgers.
I like it. I like Clayton Kershaw going for LA. He's at the tail end of a Hall of Fame career, doesn't have the fastball anymore. They got a big right-hander, Shane Baz, going for Tampa Bay. He's been pretty good. He's been very solid, and they are playing at home. So there you go.
Taking the Rays tonight.
Daily dog take the Rays tonight, an underdog at home against the Dodgers. Coming up, it's the legendary Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel.
That's right. We got that to do. And then the top 10 NFL quarterbacks. We're going to run through those when we get back.
Ooh, let's do that when we return. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Ford announces employee pricing on every new 24 and most new 25 Fords, and only at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, up to $5,000 below employee pricing, plus no payments for 90 days. From America, for America, at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, home of America's best-selling truck for nearly 50 years in a row, the F-150, with hundreds to choose from. The Ford Escape, the Ford Edge, and the Ford Bronco, all priced at thousands below invoice. And pack up the crew in a Ford Expedition or a Ford Explorer for the beach, the lake, or the big game. It's all at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where price sells cars.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All guests of Longshore McKnight appear on the City of Montgomery guest hotline. Check out the most interesting and informed personalities in sports covering Auburn, Alabama, Troy, ASU, and all the major teams from across the country. John and Barry have the best guests brought to you by the City of Montgomery. To find out everything you need to know that is going on in the capital city, check out montgomeryal.gov. That's montgomeryal.gov, the capital of dreams.
I think we're ready.
I think we're up. There
Here
we are. We got about 23 minutes to the hour of the top of the hour. Glad you're with us. We're live here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where price sells cars. Hey, Tobias says he bet on Alabama and Oklahoma and against Michigan last season.
He said, obviously, I wanted Bama to win, but not cover those games.
Yeah.
Also, John Dent says, so has Tank Jones made his commitment known yet? Yeah, Tank is following him. He's going to Oregon. He has announced.
The guy from
Mobile. Yeah. So there you go.
Here you have it.
All right. Yeah. NFL, the Longshore Top 10 NFL teams this upcoming year. Now followed up, it's a cornucopia of riches. Now,
I like that.
The top 10 NFL quarterbacks of 2025.
Barry, this is going to be somewhat controversial, I believe.
All right.
Somewhat. I don't think you're going to agree with a lot of these. Number 10. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
I'm going with Baker Mayfield.
Baker. I love him. He's finally in a good spot where, they can take advantage of his skill. Turns the ball over a little bit too much.
He does.
But you talk about pluck and grit.
Yes, sir.
John has mentioned the words Baker Mayfield and moxie in the same sentence.
Moxie's
we like moxie.
Yeah, if you notice, Barry, there was not an NFC South team in my top 10. If the closest would have been Tampa.
Right.
It's just a weak division. Pretty bad. I think the Falcons and Tampa Bay are probably going to battle it out. Panthers rebuilding, Saints, they've just imploded. They got a clean house.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield, number 10.
Number 10.
Say what you will about him, but the guy can play some football at quarterback. Moxie, I like that. Oh, all right, this one's going to get people going. At number 9, Barry, former Alabama quarterback Jalen Hurts. Number 9.
This is what I'm wondering. about this whole, will there be in the top 10 NFL quarterbacks, will there be 3 former Alabama quarterbacks in the rankings? One of them would have to take a big leap of faith in Bryce Young, although the fantasy players love Bryce.
Yeah.
But Jalen, he has had out of that fabled quarterback room they had with Mac and Tua and Jalen, Jalen's had the best NFL career.
I was wondering if Mac Jones was one of those quarterbacks you were talking about, even though he hadn't been a starter in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint, Barry. No, this is the only former Alabama quarterback on my top 10 list. And he comes in at number 9.
Yes.
Is that too high, too low, too low, too high, too low?
I like it.
Okay.
You know,
here's the reason.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's too low.
Here's the reason. You mentioned the Eagles' offensive line. I think that helps Jalen out a lot. I think the people around him, the skill position players, help him out a lot. Barry, if Bryce Young was playing at Philadelphia, he'd be a little higher up this list.
He'd be pretty good. Yeah. They'd use him differently than they use Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Best short yardage rusher for a quarterback in NFL history, even better than Bobby Douglas and some of those. And plus, the thing I like about Jalen in the NFL, not necessarily the case in college, in the big moments, he has been money for the Eagles.
All right.
Yep.
Number 8. We talked about this team, Barry. A lot of people wondered about it, kind of snuck up on some people. The reason that they were so good last year, in my opinion, is because of their quarterback. I'm going with Jaden Daniels, former LSU quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner, at number 8.
I think he'll be higher than that by the end of the year. I think he will. You make that jump from your first year to the second year. I expect him to make that jump his first year. Admit it. I know Heisman Trophy winner. I know first-round pick, all that kind. Nobody expected that kind of a year. And he's been great. Will they have Terry McLaurin to work with?
I get it. Well, did he play top-level competition? Some people have told me at times, wait a minute.
Cowboys twice.
Yeah. If you rack up 1,500 yards against the worst defenses in college football.
Does it really count?
Does it really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on.
I think he'll be higher.
All right. At number 7, a team that I'm expecting a lot out of this year, and this guy's got to help him out a lot, Jared Goff.
I like that.
Of the Detroit Lions.
I like that. Here's what I was thinking. The only thing I was thinking about that particularly is the famous trade. Rams trade Goff to the Lions because they wanted to get Stafford. Paid off for the Rams.
Okay.
But who would be rated higher afterwards? Here's the thing about Goff, and I didn't realize this. Do you realize he has only just now turned 30 years old? Feels like he's been in the league
no kid
forever.
Wow.
He's still got a lot of good football to play.
He really does.
I'm a big believer.
I think he's got a long way to go. Jared Goff at number 7.
Mm-hmm.
At number 6, you saw this team last night. Justin Herbert for the Los Angeles Chargers. Really like this guy.
A lot to love about him. He's big, he's strong, he's smart. He was like the, whatever you call the academic Heisman winner when he was at Oregon. That made a 4.0, but I still like him.
I know nothing about that.
No, he's got a lot of upside.
Yes.
If you give him a little bit of help around him, he's going to be even better.
Yeah, watch out for him.
Pick. Yes.
Watch out for
Herbert's going to be a big mover this year. So are the Chargers.
Might be a little controversy here because he's got to get it done right now, Barry. He's had a long career. The trade helped him out tremendously. I'm expecting this team to do better. You heard that in my top 10 teams. Matthew Stafford for the Rams at number 5.
I don't care what anybody else says about any other quarterback, Mahomes or Rodgers or Matthew Stafford is the toughest quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
I mean,
I can buy that.
He stands in the pocket. He'll get the sleep knocked out of him in the pocket, but he'll stand in there and he'll deliver the ball. He'll take a hit. He is as good as any quarterback in the NFL since Roethlisberger at being able to throw a good ball when he's contact.
I'm with you.
Love that guy's, grit and
I like it.
big fan of him.
Pluck and grit.
And he's 37.
He is. He's getting
right.
up there. He's got to get it going. Let's go. Got to.
All right.
The clock is ticking.
Yep.
Number 4. This is a guy that I think needs to step up as well to get it going. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills.
I think he's higher than that. If there's any quarterback that even approaches the toughness of Matthew Stafford, it's
I give him
Josh
toughness.
Allen. There was a tweet this past week where one NFL executive, an unnamed NFL executive, said that he thinks Josh Allen is overrated. And one of the guys from the NFL Network, can't think who it was, maybe it was Steve Weiss. He said, there's idiots everywhere. I mean, overrated? Josh Allen does everything you need to do to win a football game. He just has not won the ultimate football game. He's done everything else. Everything else.
I'm with you there, Barry.
Tough as nails.
Got to win. And he is tough. I'm with you. He is tough. I like a tough quarterback.
Yes.
I don't like these tippy-toe kind of guys.
Unless it's Mike Turk, then Turk, man, sprain a finger.
Might be the toughest quarterback I've ever known.
Yeah, he never missed a snap, much less a game.
No, shit.
Okay.
This team didn't live up to expectations last year. Some injuries hurt them, particularly for this particular player. But number 3, Barry, number 3, I have got Joe Burrow.
I may put Burrow behind Josh Allen, but there's no question in my mind he's a top 5 guy. He's been everything that people had hoped for.
Yeah.
The injuries have hurt him, and there is a little bit of a sense of urgency for him. But the reason why the Bengals have not ascended to the mountaintop ain't him.
You're right about that.
Yeah, love Burrow.
He's a really good player.
He's got a little bit of panache. He's got some cachet.
He does. He has
big respect
some
for
cachet and panache. All right, top 2. You're thinking, man, who could these be? Who is he not mentioned?
And in what order?
Yeah. At number 2, Barry, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the number 2 quarterback on my list. There again, he's got a lot of weapons around him.
I gotta go number 1 on Mahomes. I knew he'd be in your top 2.
Yeah.
And we're talking about.
Let me ask you this: is Patrick Mahomes as good if he's playing for the Saints?
Yes. Yeah. Well, no, not as good, but he's still making plays. His game translates well to a team where you got to run around. You're going to have to try to keep the pocket alive because the Saints can't block my sister-in-law. He would give them more of it. He wouldn't be as good. They wouldn't be playing for Super Bowl championships because he's not a miracle worker. And I'm, this is a fine point between me and John. There's disagreement, but he's easily one of the top 2 quarterbacks.
No doubt. I got him at number 2.
1.
So who do you think I've got as number 1?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's
the man. Yeah.
The guy's incredible. And if he had some more talent around him, I think they could have a lot better team record. But to me, Lamar Jackson is phenomenal. He's unbelievable.
If you are a defensive coordinator, the first thing I'm looking at every year is, all right, when do we play the Ravens?
Yes.
That's the first thing I'm looking at, and then I'm dealing with everything else later on. But I'm figuring out right now, all right, which are the weeks that I'm not going to be able to sleep all week? Those are the weeks you're playing against Lamar Jackson.
I'm surprised he stayed as healthy as he has, as much running as he does.
And he does play hurt sometimes, and he takes some hits. But he is at the reason why it works for him, obviously, is athleticism. But it's his ability to make something out of nothing.
That's right.
And in order to make that happen, he does take some shots. I'm surprised, like you, that he has been as durable as he has been.
That's my top 10.
I like it.
And I'm not even going to waste people's time later on about the 10 worst quarterbacks in the league, but I do want to point out, and I hope some people have noticed, hey, wait a minute, hold on. Dak Prescott isn't on that list. Folks, I don't know, what was it, 5, 6, 7 years ago? I was sitting in this exact spot when I said, Dak Prescott's not any good. He's not one of the best top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL.
And you had 4 sales associates who were closing deals. Their customers, their clients, had pen in hand, and even the customers who are about ready to make a fantastic deal at Stivers, that made them look up.
Yeah. What did he just say? I think my point's been proven out over 7 years.
2 movers. I think this will be a good year for Tua.
Yeah.
And also maybe the biggest mover. I mean, there's young quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams. The other one in there, I think a big mover this year will be Bryce Young. They're not going to win the Super Bowl or anything. They may not win a playoff
I'm going to give
game,
you one,
but he'll be really good.
I'm going to give you another. I think Tua and Bryce will have a better year. I think Bo Nix is going to have a big year.
He's in a good spot.
Yep.
You've talked before, and I've agreed. The NFL is all about fit.
Yes.
I think Bo is in a place where he fits. We'll see.
Believe that too.
See if we can jam in a couple of items, a couple of pieces of pie in the Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel to close out the show. Live from Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
You're not buying sticks, stems, and pine cones. You're buying premium long-diddle pine straw from River Region Straw. Kenny and his staff have access to the best pine straw in the River region, full of color that will last all season long. Kenny has locations in Montgomery, Prattville, and Auburn, and no order is too big or too small, from a few bales to an 18-wheeler trailer load. Pickup is available, or your order can be delivered. They can even spread your pine straw if you like. So call or text Kenny today, 669-5959. That's 669-5959 for all of your pine straw needs.
Don't miss your chance to win big at Victoryland Casino. Play the latest, hottest, most exciting games around with fun bonuses and big jackpots. Don't miss out on your free play. Stop by Player Rewards today and check out this month's exciting free play promotions. Come see why our players keep coming back. You'll have more fun at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22, Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
All right, back at it. 9 minutes to the top of the hour. Barry mentioned it's the Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel. Folks, we do not know what these topics are. These are first time. We're looking at them for the first time.
Here we go.
So we're all flying by the seat of our pants. Why would you fly by the seat of your pants?
That means you're not using any instruments or anything like that.
Oh.
If the plane rattles a little bit, then you can feel it on the seat of your pants.
Okay.
So, there you go.
See, very good.
Yeah.
Was that a Jeopardy question?
No, it should have been.
It should have been. No kidding.
All right. Victoryland 777 Casino, exit 22, I-85 in Shorter, Alabama, where you can be a winner,
Man, you got the big wheel. Ooh.
That's so I can read it better.
Sneaky. What could this be about? Sneaky. I think I saw this.
Trump.
Yeah.
The course in Scotland. All right. The guy in the.
Yeah.
Don't count that, Spalding.
Yeah. Is that the caddy or the Secret Service guy?
Well, probably both.
Hey, you shouldn't have that cart that close to that bunker.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's over there. He's doing some statecraft. He's, representing the U.S., telling people where to get off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's also over there, John, opening up a golf course.
That's it.
Here's Longshore's rules of life. You own the course, you can do this.
Yeah, you can drive wherever you want to. Oh, Slazenger 7, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
Arnold Bloody Palmer.
That guy must have had a hole in his pocket and dropped the ball right there. And Trump takes a shot at it.
It's his course.
It is his course. Look at those out of bounds stakes over there.
No, those are your legs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I
got to tell you, for an 80-year-old, Trump's got can hit it. He his back swing's not very
long.
He doesn't really rear back, but he can poke it out there pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, good one there. Yeah, that was his second course, I think. That's 36 holes at that location there in Scotland. Okay. Let's spin it again. Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel. Exit 22 off I-85, Shorter, Alabama. I see it spinning.
Yeah, and it is sour taste.
I'm not a big sour taste guy. Like a sour candy.
Like sour balls?
Never liked that. Sour taste.
Oh, yeah. We were talking before about Jaden Daniels, one of John's top 10 quarterbacks, which I thoroughly believe. His effectiveness may be curtailed without Terry McLaurin. He had a big year last year. And like a lot of guys, had a big year last year and wants to renegotiate his contract. They're holding firm on the contract that they signed.
Yeah.
And so now he's requesting a trade. He's been at practice. He's like Micah Parsons for the Cowboys. He's been there. He's showing up every day. I think it keeps him from getting fined, signing autographs and all that, but he wants a trade.
Man.
This is a distraction.
It is a distraction.
He's a really good wide receiver.
Just
they
pay
need
the
him
guy.
on the field.
Give him his money.
Yeah.
Show him the money.
All right. There you go.
Yeah, that could affect where the skins end up. All right, let's go. We got about 6 minutes. If we can get these next 3 in, heck yeah, we can. You kidding me?
Piece of cake.
It is the Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel. What are you doing this weekend? Well, head on out to Victoryland, where you could be a winner too.
They've been with us for a long time.
You better believe it.
Love
Great
their
folks.
support. Another record.
Wait a minute. Is Journey releasing an album? What's going on here?
Oh, Cal Raleigh, switch hitting catcher for the Seattle Mariners. He has been crazy good this year. He's not exactly.
We've talked about
his
this guy
nickname
before.
is the Big Dumper.
Yeah.
It's because his rear end is large.
Yeah.
He has hit 42 homers.
I mean, what's with those unis?
No, I don't love him. I don't love him. But yeah, 42 home runs. That's the all-time record for a switch hitting catcher.
Pretty good.
Yeah. There's not been a lot of switch hitters. The only other switch hitting catcher that I can think of at the top of my head is the former Cardinal and Brewer switch hitter named Ted Simmons. He's got to be about 70-something years old now. But he's having a terrific year. Cal Raleigh, the Big Dumper.
Yeah.
You know what they're selling a lot of? They're selling a lot of Cal Raleigh jerseys. You know what else the Mariners are selling a lot of? The little infant clothing for little boys that say Big Dumper on the back. Selling a bunch of those.
Hey, whatever it takes to sell it, to move the merchandise.
That's exactly right.
All right.
Here we go.
2 more to go. Let's see what we got on the Victoryland 777 topic with blue and green. How about that?
Yeah,
blue
out that
and
way.
green. And it's going to land on
the
line. The line.
This is something to fan of. This was. Hugh Freeze mentioned this. John made a quick reference earlier. August 1st. It's the first day that high school recruits in the 2026 class can receive official offers. And he's talking about his offensive line. He says, I think we're in the best position we've been there also. Got an NFL grade back from the first guy that's been here. He has all 5 of those guys drafted that are projected to be starters. Here's the deal. Auburn has been taking a beating for years.
Yeah, they have.
Negative recruiting by other coaches who say, man, you're an offensive lineman, don't go to Auburn. They don't put anybody in the league.
They don't.
Which is true, but they finally got some guys. Auburn needs 2 or 3, 4, Hugh says 5 guys that might get drafted in the NFL from the offensive line, because it ain't happened in a long time. A long time. Oof. When you look and you're referencing the name Lee Ziemba or Kendall Simmons.
Was he the chop block guy?
From years and years ago. It's about time. This will help Auburn in the NFL. This will help Auburn kind of counter all of those negative recruiters. It's one of the reasons why Auburn isn't signing offensive linemen, is because they negatively recruit and say, you don't want to go to Auburn. They don't put anybody in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
It hurts that it's true, but still. This is the line is a big one here for Auburn.
How is it that I remember that guy as the chop block guy?
It wasn't necessarily him. It wasn't necessarily true.
It takes 2 to chop.
You got to have a high, you got to have a low. The other guy's Ryan Pugh. But that was they got called for like 2 chop blocks all year. But the blank the Bammers and the tied for lifers, that's what they come up with. Oh, they chop block. Yeah, it was twice all year. All right, here we go.
All right, last one. Got to spin it to make it official.
Crazy trade?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought this was Crazy Train.
I did too.
An homage to
Ozzy They had a
Osbourne.
huge turnout for Ozzy's funeral in Birmingham, England. Or Birmingham. Crazy trade. And it's going to, what do we got here? Orioles.
Oh, did this guy, he got traded in the middle of a doubleheader.
Oh, yeah, they played Toronto in a twilight.
Yeah. The guy's name. But it's the doubleheader, Blue Jays and the Orioles.
Yeah.
and he got traded in the middle of the doubleheader. So all he did was grab his stuff, grab his gear, and walk to the other side of the stadium.
Did he get traded to Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable.
I mean, right in the middle of it. And they were playing the first game for the Orioles, and he didn't play in the second game, but he was on the roster.
That'd have been pretty cool if he had gone and played for Toronto.
Yep. Sir Anthony, I think his last name's Gordon. I may be wrong. Anyway.
Has that ever happened before?
It's happened before. It has happened before. It's happened where a guy got traded to another team in the middle of a game, not in the middle of a doubleheader. Yeah. And so awesome. He was actually playing in the first game, got traded. This is like the 1930s. Got traded in the middle of the game, so they had to take him off the field.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't play for that team anymore in the middle of the game. That can happen. And
Curtis tells us it was Marcus McNeil. Was he a chop blocker? Then, of course, Chris the Bammer thought
Marcus
that was
McNeil was like 6'9". He couldn't get low enough to chop block.
All right.
That is our Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel. We hope you've enjoyed it today. Here's a pro tip for you. We are live at Stivers Ford Lincoln in Montgomery. This is your chance to make a visit here, make your deal, and save thousands.
We have turned the calendar to August.
It's August.
We will be playing college football this month. That means also incredible deals going on here at Stivers. 2024 model liquidation sales event going on right now.
Right now.
Every remaining 2024 on the lot, model liquidation. Liquidation is a word. It's flashing.
Yeah.
That means bottom line.
Yep.
Absolute best prices.
The lot.
Clearing the lots. The model liquidation sale. 2024 remaining models here. But how about this, Barry? The best deal of the year.
That's
on
saying
a
something.
New 2025 F-150. That's America's best-selling truck for 50 years in a row. STX 4x4 2.7 liter. Sign and drive lease for $499 a month.
Unbelievable.
Plus 42 months or 42,000 mile premium maintenance goes along with it. Folks, you cannot beat that. That is the best deal of the year. Take it not on one of them, but every STX 4x4 2.7 liter F-150 on the lot. You can get that deal, so come by and take advantage of it today.
Right here in the showroom where we're sitting, they will make your deal at Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway. Next week, we begin a full August week. That means college football month is upon us. We will begin our tour of the SEC really soon.
You hear that, Robbie?
To preview stuff. We got a lot. To get to starting on Monday.
We sure do. Thanks to all of our friends here at Stivers. Come by and see them where price sells cars.
For our producer, Gurren Jr., for John Longshore, I'm Barry McKnight. Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.